In this video we are going to study a masterful game in which we will see how white destroys the Schliemann defense. The game started with the moves e4, e5. White played knight f3, developing his king's knight and attacking the e5 pawn. Black answered knight c6, developing the queen's knight and defending the e5 pawn. White played bishop b5, entering the Ruy Lopez opening. Now, black played f5, entering the Schliemann defense. Black launches his side pawn into the attack and wants to capture the e4 pawn to destabilize the opponent's center. White played knight c3, developing the queen's knight and defending the e4 pawn. Black captured the e4 pawn. After knight takes e4, black played d5, occupying the center with his pawns and threatening to capture the enemy knight. White played knight takes e5, removing an opponent's central pawn and increasing the pressure on the pinned knight on c6. Black played d takes e4, capturing the white knight. White responded knight takes c6, regaining the piece and threatening to capture the opponent's queen. Now, black played queen g5, defending his queen and attacking the bishop on b5 and the pawn on g2. White responded with queen e2, defending his bishop and attacking the pawn on e4. Now it would be a mistake queen takes g2. Because white plays queen h5 check and wins. Now queen g6 is not possible, because knight e5 check follows and the black queen is lost. And if black defends against check with g6, white plays queen e5 check. And it is not possible to play king f7 because of knight d8 checkmate. And in case of king d7, white plays knight b8 double check with the knight and with the bishop. And after king d8, queen e8 is checkmate. In the game, after queen e2, black played knight f6, developing his king's knight, defending the e4 pawn and taking control of the h5 square. Now, white played f4, which is a very good move. White attacks the black queen and at the same time frees up the second rank to defend the g2 pawn with his queen. The game continued queen takes f4. And now white played knight e5, giving a discovered check. Now, king d8 is not good. Because white plays d4, defending his knight and attacking the opponent's queen. After queen h4 check, white plays g3. And after, for example, queen h3, white plays knight f7 check and then captures the rook on h8 and wins. In the game, after the move knight e5, black played c6 to defend himself from check. White played d4, defending his knight and attacking the opponent's queen. If now black plays queen f5, white simply plays bishop c4, defending his bishop and can continue with moves like rook f1, bishop e3, long castling and white has a clear advantage. In the game, after the move d4, black captured en passant. After bishop takes d3, black's queen is still under attack. Black played queen b4 check, to defend his queen and try to gain a tempo. White played bishop d2, defending himself from check and attacking the opponent's queen. Now, it is not possible to capture the b2 pawn with the queen. Because white plays knight c4, giving a discovered check and then captures the black queen and wins. Therefore, in the game, after the move bishop d2, black played queen e7, to defend his queen and, at the same time, blocking the e-file and trying to prevent any possible attack along that file. Now, white castled on the long side. He can continue with moves like rook h2 e1, to bring all the pieces into the attack and the black king will suffer a very strong attack. Black played bishop e6, with the idea of blocking the e-file and preparing to castle on the queenside, in order to quickly put his king in safety. White played rook h to e1, bringing into play his king's rook, which was the last piece to enter the fight. White's pieces are very well placed and are ready to launch the final assault. Now black castled on the queenside to get his king out of the center and try to place him in a safer place. But white answered knight takes c6, sacrificing the knight to destroy the opponent's king's defenses and, at the same time, freeing the e-file for his queen. The game continued. B takes c6. White played bishop a6 check. King b8. Bishop f4 check and black resigned. Since after king a8, white plays queen takes e6 and black is defenseless. The immediate threat is queen takes c6 check and the black king cannot avoid checkmate. For example, after rook takes d1 check. White plays rook takes d1. And after queen takes e6. White plays rook d8 check. And after queen c8. Rook takes c8 is checkmate. A very instructive game in which we have seen how white destroyed the opponent's Schliemann defense.